She's going to be sharing a little bit about her experience in Honduras last year. And I know, I know it's going to bless us, so I'm pumped to hear from her. So please take it away, Marley.
Hi, my name is Marley, if I haven't gotten to meet you yet, and I am one of the leaders of Soul Food in Hokie Fam. Last year I had the incredible opportunity to go to Honduras on the spring break trip. Throughout middle and high school, I had been on a few different mission trips, some in the country, one of them out of the country, but honestly, none of them really stuck with me like Honduras did. It might be because I'm older or because my relationship with the Lord has become more firm over my time in college, but I think a lot of it was the people that we got to be with in Donley. Throughout the week, we took a lot of time to go around and just share the gospel with people that we were meeting. And that was super intimidating for me. I don't know any Spanish, which made conversations very difficult in general. And I'm also just really not a fan of talking to people that I don't know, especially when it's a really deep conversation. There was one day that we were in a little park, and we broke into groups with our translators and started going up to people, asking them if we could chat with them for a little while. And I totally expected people to say no or walk away, but wow, people were super willing to talk to us and really excited to hear what we had to say. It's very common for Hondurans to know how great our God is and just know of his good works, but they don't believe that they deserve eternal life with him. It's super important to share the gospel in full with them, just to allow them to see how good of a God he is and how forgiving and loving he is. So my group got to chatting with a lady who had been sitting by herself, and after sharing the gospel with her, we asked if we could pray with her and if there was anything in particular that we could pray for. And as she started sharing about her daughter who was dealing with drugs, I knew that it was the Lord really working there, and that he had placed her in that park when we were there for a reason. So after we prayed with her, I asked if I could share some of my story, and I began to tell her about my brother and his addiction with drugs a few years back, and how it was a super dark time in my life and felt very hopeless for a while, but how the Lord has redeemed his story and how he can also redeem her daughter's story. I remember in that moment being extremely nervous and so many nerves surrounding me, but also feeling the presence of God as I was able to connect with this woman who shared such a similar situation. I don't know what came of her daughter's fight with addiction or their relationship, which had also been struggling, but I have full faith that the Lord is working through her daughter's life the way that he worked through my brother's. Her willingness to be so vulnerable with 4 strangers in a park has just changed my life, and it has changed the way I share the gospel and how I just share about my own personal life. It was just one of the many, many special encounters that we had while in Honduras that stuck out to me and will forever. And honestly, when I was asked to share today, I was probably going to share something totally different, but as I began writing, this experience just stuck out to me so much. Honduras really challenged me to step out of my comfort zone and put my full faith in God, even when I was nervous or hesitant. And as much as my heart breaks that we weren't able to be there this year, it's been super cool to see people on Zoom, see familiar faces, and just catch up and hear how God has been moving in the church in Donley since we left a little bit over a year ago, just through our focus month for Honduras. So I truly encourage you guys to hop on one of those calls if you're able to, so that you can just get a glimpse of the happiness that I've been able to feel. It was a truly life-changing experience, and I'm forever grateful that I was able to have that opportunity. My name is Marley Spencer, and that was my snapshot.